All right, we are back with a brand new episode of Smoke Rick and do we have a title for this show?
Smoke and Morty?
Smoke and Morty, Rick and Smokey, Smokey and the Mortit,
Sure.
Morty and the Ricket. I don't know. Everything should be working good this time around. I've changed our setup a little bit. I don't know if you noticed or even really care, but we've got a new camera angle. You can't see my bed over here anymore, so I kind of like that. Yeah. Hopefully, I'm fixing the copyright strike stuff. Warner Brothers, if you're watching, I apologize. That was not on purpose. That was a glitch in the Matrix, and everything turned to shit.
Glitch in them.
But now everything looks like it's working properly. I apologize if I'm too loud too. If our audio is weird, just let me know. Because of the new setup, I can't monitor ourselves myself.
I heard us. We sound okay.
Yeah. All right. So tonight we are on episode 5 of Rick and Morty, season 5. It's called a Amortycan Grickfitti, I believe is how it's being pronounced.
That thumbnail looked like more like a Hellraiser.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's going on in this week's episode.
Which, by the way, have you watched the Hellraiser movies?
Like the original ones.
Original
yeah,
ones.
like I stopped watching them after like 4 or 5 or something. I don't remember. I might have watched like 7 or 8 too. I don't remember. The last one I watched I think was with like a lawyer or something.
I don't know.
I get Hellraiser and Wishmaster movies kind of confused sometimes.
Well,
Clive Barker, though. Yeah, but like I know the difference between them. I know who the Wishmaster is. I know who Hellraiser is, but I get the storylines confused.
So the weird thing about Hellraiser was the fact that when I was younger and I know about Hellraiser, like the pinhead and all that stuff, I thought it was really gross, and I thought it was like always going to be in this like other dimension. And then I finally watched the first Hellraiser, and it wasn't. It wasn't in another dimension.
No, well, I mean, I guess it depends on what your definition of hell is and where the Cenobites come from.
Well, hell, yes, but they were still in the house. They never left the house.
Right. The call is coming from inside the house. I am right now. I'm getting ready to play Elle's video.
Okay.
But so while I'm doing this, tell me more about Hellraiser.
Yeah. So they never go anywhere. They're always just in the house, and this guy, he gets filleted and like chained up and filleted inside this room, and it's actually the first movie. It's actually really more of a psychological horror movie trapped in one room. You don't see the Cenobites until like near the very end of the movie.
I haven't seen it in so long. Like I remember like next to nothing.
Yeah, because like Pinhead, he actually he kind of if I remember, someone could tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that the guy he like ate the guy or killed the guy and possessed his skin. He possesses his skin, and eventually near the end of the movie, it sheds off, and then when they're about to like get the Pandora's box from the girl, that's when all the Cenobites come, and then they come into the room, whatever, and they get it or don't get it. I don't really remember, but the craziness that of Hellraiser didn't happen until other movies.
Huh.
It was very minimal, just like Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Movie was very...
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, even like the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, like the first one is
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street. He goes into people's dreams.
Yeah.
But then you get to Nightmare on Elm Street 4, and it's 3. Which one was the Dream Masters? Was that 4?
That was 3.
That was 3.
So it's supposed to be 3D.
Yeah. And it's just like, wait, what? And then you get to like 5 with Breckin Meyer.
Yeah.
it's just like off the road, and we can't forget Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
Okay, as bad as that movie was, the concept was really good because they didn't always do that in movies. Break the fourth wall.
Yeah, well, I mean, this wasn't breaking the fourth wall though. It was meta. Like breaking the fourth wall is like Deadpool, where he's like looking at the camera and talking to the audience.
Okay, yeah.
All right. So, but this episode is not Hellraiser. It's American Graffiti. So I'm gonna pop on over to Elle, and Elle's going to give us her predictions for this episode.
Wait. Okay.
What?
I thought that was a Delta.
Guys, it's LT, and we are about to jump into episode 5 of season 5 of Rick and Morty. This episode is titled Amortycan Grickfitti, which is an allusion to the 1973 film American Graffiti, which is a coming-of-age story that was directed by George Lucas. It actually has an entire cast of a bunch of actors, but basically it's a bunch of vignettes about teens who have just graduated high school and they're kind of one last night on the strip before they go to college. The tagline of this episode is "Adults are gone, bruh. Go grab the keys." So this is going to be a Morty and Summer episode and a Rick and Jerry episode. I don't know if I have any predictions. I hope they address the incest baby or kill it or something. Yo, I don't know. I don't know where this is going anymore. All right, guys, put your predictions in the chat now and we'll see how this episode goes. All right, guys, see you later. Hey, guys.
All right, so that was Elle, who unfortunately, or fortunately, I guess depending on whose point of view you're looking at, goes to bed a lot earlier than the rest of us. So when we started doing this, she was like, I'm not gonna be able to stay up that late.
Well, the fact that I actually sleep throughout the whole entire day,
That helps.
the fact that she's able to go to bed at like 8, 9 o'clock at night, that's actually to me that sounds pleasant.
I mean, it would be nice. Like, I mean, I would like if I was able to get to sleep before 1.
Yeah, I mean, I could.
Like, I don't mind going to sleep later, but there's a point where later becomes early, and I don't like that.
I guess it makes sense, yeah.
Especially when, you know, I've got the day job during the week, and every once in a while I have to go into the office at like 10 o'clock in the morning. So if I don't get to bed until 6 or 5 or 4, you know, then I'm only in bed for like 4 or 5 hours. And then I'm like, just feel like death all day.
So this episode's American Graffiti.
American Graffiti. What do you know about American Graffiti?
Cars, Harrison Ford,
Opie,
who is a fantastic director. One of my favorite movies he's directed is Willow, Apollo 13. Not really too much. It's kind of like a, I would say Dazed and Confused is like a 60s version of American Graffiti.
Yeah, sort of.
You know, just coming of age, high school coming of age, seeing a photo shots or picture framed shots of what 1950s, right? It was 50s, right?
50s,
Yeah.
60s. The A Games is here. He says so. This is Morty and Summer episode, which is ironic based on the previous episode.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Did you, okay, hold on. So
wait, you're wasting weed. I like that you started to talk just as you flipped it over.
I forgot how the process goes. Did you hear that there was a lot of people that were upset about last week's episode of Rick and Morty?
I try not to pay attention to a lot of that, just because it's
even the writers, Harmon and I forgot the other guy's name who wrote it. They even said that it was a disgusting episode.
Well, yeah,
after the fact.
Yeah, but they're not. I think they were just saying this is one of the most disgusting episodes we've ever written. Not that they didn't like it, just that the episode was gross.
I think
I'm doing like weird like I'm talking with my hands. I don't know why, but I feel like
you're turning into a politician.
Antonio Margheriti.
No.
Dominic DeCacco.
No, they actually said that they thought the episode was tasteless.
Well, yeah.
Tasteless is what they said it was.
But again, when you're talking to that like Dan Harmon, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
I guess that's true. That's Dan Harmon. I love his stuff.
Yeah. What was Brad Pitt's fake Italian name? It was Antonio Margheriti, Dominic DeCacco, and Gorlami. That's what it was.
God,
Because he was just there, like, you know, like he was like, show me the music, the music in your voice. And he's like, Gorlami.
like it's like Buongiorno. God, that movie. I'm not a big fan of Tarantino, but that is one of the movies that stands out.
Tarantino is like one of those guys he makes good films if those are the kind of films that you're into, but he's a weird dude, like a really, really weird dude.
Got a funny story
About
Tarantino. So apparently,
you're twins.
No. Tarantino grew up in the South Bay area.
Mm-hmm.
My family is all from the South Bay area. I mean, Lomita, Gardena, Torrance, Redondo Beach, and stuff like that. But anyways, Tarantino actually used to, was it Torrance High School? He went to Torrance High School, right?
Sounds right.
Yeah, I think it was Torrance High School or Narbonne, one of the two. And I can't recall, but well, all my dad's side of the family went there, and I guess apparently he was a very big loner, outsider, outcast. But my uncle and his group of friends,
mm-hmm.
you know, would let him tag along with them, because my family, my dad's side, in the high schools and stuff, they were like the cool kids. Like everybody knew the family, everybody knew the house.
So how did we get to you?
I'm cool. What are you talking about? No, but actually, my mom would hate it. I will just say it's from my mom's side of the family. See, but you know what? People hear me joke like that about my mom, but they don't understand our relationship. Our relationships, both my families are extremely sarcastic.
Mm-hmm.
And we all roast each other on a daily, so that's like normal. But anyways, yeah, Tarantino would come and hang out with my uncle and his friends and stuff, and they all
watch westerns and make racist remarks and then claim that they're joking.
I don't know about that, but they all say he was a really weird dude. They all said he was, and then they're like, and now look where he's at. I mean, this guy's like a in a caliber director, where would you place him at? You know, you got your Spielberg, Scorsese's.
Yeah, you know it's kind of hard to say, because he is extremely good at his craft.
Yeah,
like he's one of those auteur directors. Like I think, honestly, I would put him in the same like completely different style of movie, but I would put him in the same category as like Michael Bay, Zack Snyder.
Really?
Yeah, Guillermo del Toro, even Peter Jackson.
You know, it's funny
because
I wouldn't clump Zack Snyder and Michael Bay in that group for some reason.
Well, because it's style over substance.
Okay.
For a lot of their films.
So I was gonna say, like, Snyder and Bay, their style is similar.
And like you watch their movies, and there's the stories sometimes are interesting. Like, you know, they're engaging, I guess.
Yeah.
But they're very surface level.
Gotcha.
You don't have to think too hard about what's happening, because it's all right there in what you're saying.
Have to think too much.
You know, like you know what he's trying to say with what he's doing.
Guillermo del Toro, I would say you would have to think the most out of all of those.
Yeah. But I wouldn't say Del Toro is style over substance. But he has that distinct style where when you watch one of his movies, you know that you're watching a Guillermo del Toro movie.
Yeah, and it's really weird because you got Blade 2, Pan's Labyrinth, Hellboy,
mm-hmm.
all kind of like a mystical, like fictional, like super fictional setting, but they're all very different.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're all, and that's why, like, people would probably look at me really funny for putting all those people together, but it's because of the styles of the films, not what they look like,
Yeah.
but what kind
What
of a
about
movie
quality? Now, if you were to take them and have to rank them by quality.
it is. I mean, that's rough. Let me think about it during the episode,
Sure.
and we'll get back to it.
You're not going to think about it.
I'll probably not. I'm going to completely forget that we had this conversation. Okay, so we're going to get ready to start here. Again, we're watching it on a service with commercials, so we'll just let you know when the episode is starting. Right now, I've got it paused on the Adult Swim bumper. Adult Swim may contain mature material that some viewers may not find suitable. That is very true for last week's episode.
Oh, yeah. What?
Why am I talking like what?
What?
Wait, have you ever seen a cartoon where one of the people in the cartoon gets a job as an actor and they just talk really weird?
Yeah. I'll tell you what I was thinking of off the air.
Because I wasn't really doing a William Shatner thing. Because William Shatner, he really pronounces everything well, but then every once in a while he'll start talking really fast and then slow down again.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
I need to watch that movie again.
What does God need with the starship?
I'm not gonna get up to go get it now, because it's sitting on the other side of the room. But I'm really excited about the 4K restoration of the director's cut of the motion picture.
I wasn't a fan of that one.
It's one of those movies, like for me, it's like a 2001. Like it's nowhere near as deep and complex as 2001 is. Like Kubrick is like. I would almost put him in the same level as those other guys, but I can't because you actually have to think about his films.
Yeah.
Like you're going to watch one of his movies and be like, what? It's like a David Lynch type thing almost. But I don't know. So anyway, we're on the not suitable screen and I'm going to hit play now. I will let you know once we get to the very first like shot of the house or whatever it is. We're at that shot of the house or whatever it is. Something else is happening. What?
Here, have some grapes.
Is like a, it's a mandate.
Oh my god, I was not expecting that one.
Well, these are your Hellraiser guys.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they
Poor
are
Jerry.
Hellraiser.
Did you ever listen to Smash Mouth?
Hey now, you're an all-star.
Not like just in like movies, but
Oh no.
I got their first album. Is when we're on the intro now, by the way, just in case you're trying to keep up with where we're at. I got like what was it, Columbia House, that CD subscription thing.
Oh god, when they used to do subscriptions. Those were expensive as fuck too.
Yeah, well, yeah, if you forgot to cancel. It's worse than forgetting to cancel like a month of like HBO
And
or
it's
something.
not like to be able to do it online.
Yeah, no, you had to call them or mail them.
And hopefully get a hold of them.
You remember the new guy?
Yeah.
I miss having hair.
Did you say some warm sofa wine?
Yeah, what is warm sofa water? I don't want to know. The A game says that he only heard of Smash Mouth from a regular show. I don't know if they were on that or not.
Oh my god. Regular show. What was regular show? Well,
24 times you have to chew.
oh, okay.
I lost track.
Are you gonna choke and die now?
Cartoon Network was a show with the birds.
Oh, okay. I remember now.
Morty is actually smart.
Well, yeah.
This might be the creepiest shit I've ever heard.
It's so random. Oh, what happened? Oh, why did he love her so much?
I have no idea. What?
What is this from?
No idea.
I was sitting there like, the fuck is that?
It's Galactus.
Oh yeah, kind of looks like Galactus. Hell, what the fuck? I like the little. The fuck movie is this supposed to be based off of?
What? What?
We're literally only 10 minutes in.
What?
What the hell? What is the joy they're getting at? Is it just...
What is what?
Okay.
You kind of knew that this was going to happen.
The hell?
What?
It's like Carrie.
Huh?
Carrie, the movie.
Yeah. I just realized that the dude with the hooks, they're actually hangers.
Oh, God. What's going on?
I don't know.
Like, it's getting worse and worse, not in a bad way, worse and worse, like, all over the place as, like, the episodes go from like, the first episodes.
Well, I don't know. So far, this episode hasn't topped the last one.
I barely remember the last one. We're not even halfway through yet. Okay, so now the creepy commercials.
Yeah, this is I don't know. This claymation is weird.
Well, the whole like premise of this commercial is weird.
Yeah. Pretty sure that's child endangerment.
What was it?
Yeah.
Child in a what?
Endangerment.
What is that?
It's when you.
Oh, child endangerment. I thought you were saying something else.
Even after you said it.
I thought I was saying something else.
Hey, the song that was on during that was the music that the 5, 6, 7, 8s were singing in Kill Bill.
Was it?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
All right.
God, so much has happened. We're literally like halfway through the episode. And there it goes. Featured Transformer movies. They all burned. Yeah. So far, the Transformers movies just be getting worse and worse and worse.
Bumblebee was good.
I haven't seen Bumblebee.
And the first one that Mark Wahlberg was in, if they had cut about 20 minutes of stuff out of that movie, it would like there was a good movie buried in there.
That sounds like Michael Bay movies sometimes.
Yeah, which is also kind of Zack Snyder movies.
Yeah. But the difference between Zack Snyder and Michael Bay movies is that Michael Bay is just loaded with action for like an extra 20 minutes. Zack Snyder movies, it's loaded with a bunch of context for something that's irrelevant. Just to add length and artistic style.
Well, yeah, and that's why talking with some of the Snyder fans, not all of them, but some of them, and they start talking about how deep Batman v Superman was. I was like, no. Oh, I want Wendy's now.
That shake reminds me of
Master Shake.
No, you're seeing those old movie theater ads where let's all go to the movies. And the soda's drinking a soda, or like popcorn's eating a popcorn or something like that. It's like, how twisted is this? Okay, so now we're back at the episode.
Yeah.
There's a marlin through him. What do you call him? Marlin God?
Dart face.
Oh. They have to explain it to themselves out loud. It's so confusing. They could cringe.
I have no idea what's happening.
Oh, that's bad. I have a question for you after.
Okay. What?
Oh.
No. No, she is not going to be okay.
The boils on the face. I don't know what's... What does this have to do with American Graffiti?
I have no idea.
It just occurred to me. I'm like, none of this happened, or could have happened in American Graffiti.
Well, yeah, there were no Transformers in American Graffiti. There was no hell in American Graffiti.
But just even like the, just like the plot.
The A-Games says the new debate is whether those costumes that Beth and Rick are wearing are real or if they're just costumes. Like if he actually did put a marlin through him. You can see the hole there.
Oh, those are real.
Yeah, so they actually cut themselves open.
Yeah. To power him up. What? There's a hole in himself. He's got a hole in him still.
I mean, probably took a lot of work to do that, you know. Or not. What?
The fuck?
What is sofa wine?
It's just wine that's probably been hiding in the sofa.
Okay, so what were you gonna ask?
Oh, okay. 20, 30 years ago, movies were made, blah, blah, blah. We all know that, of course.
Right.
Wait.
Oh,
the...
right, yeah, we got the... Probably a post-credits. Oh, Bang Zoom recorded the audio.
Okay.
What? Well, I mean, he's probably the American Graffiti reference.
Oh, is that what that would be? Oh my goodness.
Okay, so you're going to ask.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. So we obviously there's certain stories like American Graffiti, Back to the Future, and what's some other movies that are more like 70s, 80s?
In what sense?
Any movie that was really big and popular during the 70s and 80s. Mostly 80s, probably.
I mean, Star Wars.
Okay. How long do you think...
Rocky.
How long do you think it was before something else started to make references to, like, this? Like, how long do you think it was before, like, people started making jokes about something? Or just in general, I guess you could say.
You mean, like, about those movies?
Well, yeah, just in general, like, there'll be a movie, and then all of a sudden you'll see, on Saturday Night Live, they have, like, a skit about the movie.
Right.
So, how long do you think it is before someone realizes oh, hey, this might be fun to make a joke about?
The day it comes out.
That's beginning of everything, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like people in, like, the 80s and stuff didn't make as much fun, like, mock certain things as much as people do now because of, like,
I mean, Saturday Night Live started in 75.
Was it 75? I thought it was earlier.
In 75.
1975. Wow. That's been a long time.
Yeah.
So they've been doing satires of...
Yeah, and even before that, you gotta think, you had the talk show hosts that were...
Oh, yeah.
not necessarily doing the like sketches, like sketch comedy type stuff, but they stand up about it.
Yeah. And then, like, general people, I mean, I think it was a little bit harder back then because they didn't have like internet, computer, social media, all that stuff. So maybe you didn't hear it as often because you didn't have that kind of quick access, or you'd only hear it through like through the grapevine kind of thing. Huh? What? So the A Game says, I don't know if I would give ratings for this episode. I honestly would say these episodes get a wacky out of 10. Honestly, I can't. Even the episodes I've been a little bit disappointed in, can't really say they score very low.
Mm-hmm.
You still eat. That feeling like you're eating. You're like, that was good. Some more, and before you know it, you're like, holy shit, I ate a lot.
Yep, I mean 2 of those granola bars, and these are like protein bars.
It's gonna come out of your system like a whole bar.
Yeah, I'm gonna need Rick's personal toilet.
But if you had to give it a number, where would you rate this?
Like overall, or just out of the season?
Probably out of this season.
Out of the season? This might be like solidly in the middle.
Okay. I still think that first episode of the season with they were dog people?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, horse people. Horse people?
They were horse people?
Or cow people.
It's cows. Okay. We thought it was dogs, but
yeah.
they were terribly cows.
It's cows.
That's still, that opening sequence still like blows my mind.
Just like where it ends up.
Yeah, it's just like it was like having one franchise and then having one of the TV shows or movies always talk about like modern day life, and then the other franchise that's connected is talking about space stuff, like futuristic space stuff, but like still modern day. It's like having these two polar opposites completely combined, even though they're part of the same universe.
Yeah,
but here we are.
Oh, hey, Toku, what's going on, man? What's up?
Toku. It was his birthday yesterday.
Was that yesterday or was it Friday?
Oh, no, I slept all day yesterday, so... I asked you, I'm like, yeah, today...
You were right? Yeah.
I asked you, what day is today? Saturday? You're like, no, Sunday? Fuck! I did sleep through Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But, yeah, it was this guy's birthday yesterday, the day before. I think Friday.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like a bad friend now. But happy birthday.
Well, I mean,
happy belated.
If you didn't just sit on Twitter and instead use other better social media sites like Facebook.
Facebook is like an old person thing now.
Is it?
Like that's how it's viewed.
Is it?
Like Instagram is I mean, Instagram is owned by Facebook, but like a lot of people use Instagram like they used to use Facebook, because on Instagram you don't get like the same kind of crap that you get on Facebook.
Well, yeah, you don't get all the what do you go? And I mean, you do get random stuff that you don't follow pop up, which it didn't used to be like that. You used to actually go and search, if you wanted to look at random stuff, but yeah, you don't get bombarded with a lot of things. At least like Facebook's interface is just really bad now.
Yeah, I flipped it on the other day, and I was like, no.
Yeah,
Twitter is pretty much the only social media that I use now.
I have my problem with Twitter is
reading.
Huh?
Reading.
No. My problem with Twitter. I can't read the word. My problem with Twitter is the character count for each
Oh yeah.
thing. I'm like, What's it, like 150, 175 characters?
280.
280?
It used to be 140, then it got bumped up to 280.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how I got by at 140.
I don't even know how you get by on 240 or 280 when you are on a raging tangent with the
threads.
toxic people.
So with Twitter, you can't do any replies yet, but like as a main tweet, you can do a thread, so you have multiple tweets of 280 characters. You can also make a newsletter now. I don't know how the newsletter works.
Yeah,
I haven't tried it, but that's
but,
the thing.
but what's the
and
reasoning?
You can host spaces, which is just basically like doing a talk show on.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw some
Twitter,
but
then like on Instagram, like people can join your Instagram live.
Yeah.
You can let people who are watching talk. So it's like a radio call-in show.
God, it's so weird now.
Yeah.
That's like is that like the next like thing? Like everyone's gonna start having that feature? Instagram and Facebook gonna start doing those on their apps or bullshit like that?
Maybe, I don't know. Like I'm still interested in what's happening on Twitch with Amazon Music.
Oh, with the licensed music and
so
stuff like
you
that.
Can't use the music from you can't use Amazon Music in your stream. But through the Twitch dashboard, you can host a session on Amazon, so people can follow your thing, and you make the playlist. You determine what's being played. So you could do a radio show on Twitch.
Yeah.
As long as people have Amazon Music. But if your audience has Twitch Prime, that's through Amazon Prime, so they have an Amazon Prime account, so they have Amazon Music.
How did we get to this? What were we talking about before?
I don't know.
Because I understand what the conversation turned into.
Yeah.
I don't know where I
how it
was just
evolved.
realizing, like, hey, how did we get to software? And
from SNL?
I don't know.
We were talking about how soon after
something comes out,
like something that happens in pop culture.
Yeah.
How long it is until it's being parodied.
Yeah.
I mean,
and somehow we got the software on
the
computer, which I don't even recall what the second part of that is now.
The AGM says Twitter also had fleets. With an emphasis on the had.
What was fleets?
Fleets were like Instagram stories, where like you put it up, and after a certain amount of time, it goes away.
Oh, okay. Oh, I think I remember that. Why did they
get
rid of it?
Because no one uses it.
I mean,
it's because people get used to using like Facebook. They get to using Twitter like Twitter. They get used to using Instagram like Instagram. And the things they post on Twitter are not going to be the same as the things that they post on Instagram. The things they post on Instagram aren't going to be the same as the things that they post on Facebook. Because all three of them function in different ways.
Yeah, they all function in different ways, but they do different.
They
do it differently.
Yeah, they serve the same purpose.
Yeah.
But with different
ways,
different styles
to approach it.
Right. But there's different ways that they're approaching it causes you to do different things on there. Like TikTok and YouTube are the same thing.
Yeah.
But because of the culture that TikTok built, it's posting a video to TikTok isn't the same as posting a video to YouTube or Twitch.
I still can't get over the 280 characters. Like, is there a reason to restrict it like that?
Because when it started out, it was a mobile phone app.
Oh.
So the purpose was you could send a text message,
a quick tweet,
and that would be the tweet.
Yeah, and instead of
because text messages at the time were limited to 140 characters.
Yeah.
That's
weird.
Yeah. And then that became baked into the culture of what Twitter was.
But I'm like, but then also it's like, why wouldn't you just text someone instead of tweet someone? If at that time, like, everyone was just texting,
group texts weren't a thing back then either.
Oh, I guess you're right. Yeah.
Like you gotta think this isn't like Nokia like 9110 days.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Wow. The one what was that phone? There was the Motorola Q or whatever.
Yeah.
It looked like I want to say I still have
Like a
it.
sidekick?
No. It looked kind of like a BlackBerry, but it was
Oh yeah.
But this
Yeah.
was after BlackBerry came out. BlackBerry didn't have like color screens, and this was like one of the first ones that had like the lit up like color screen.
Yeah.
Like you could watch movies and stuff, but internet still wasn't really a thing on phones.
Well, was the first BlackBerry was more like a PDA, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Like a Palm Pilot type thing.
yeah, they're larger,
Yeah.
bigger. They're pretty much like the size of this.
Yeah.
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 weird to think.
Yeah.
Well, so what's so weird to think is that people were like, "Oh, I want smaller phone," and we got to the smallest phones, and then because of how they're used now, everyone's like, "I want a bigger phone,
phones, yeah.
bigger phone." I remember the first time I saw the there is some Samsung phone, but it wasn't the Note, but it was bigger than a Note. It was like this big. I forgot what it's called. I saw someone using it at Halloween Horror Nights one time. I was like, "Holy fuck, she's using a tablet for her phone." But I was like, those are the biggest things, and that's when like watching.
Well, you know what's interesting is our generation. He's like you're 2 years younger than me, right? Or 3?
I am 38.
38. So you're 4 years younger than I am.
Sure.
So you are firmly a millennial.
No, I'm in that Zennial.
Millennials start at like 1980 or 81.
It actually starts at 79.
79 is Xennial.
That's the
That's the cusp between Generation X and millennials. And it goes from like more or less 70, 78, 79 to 81, 82.
Let's see.
So you could be an Xennial.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the.
But our generation, those that are in that arena, we grew up in a time we grew from home computers not existing,
Yeah.
The internet not existing, cell phones not existing, touch screens not being a thing, to having a cell phone. Yeah, like a like an actual smartphone that's a computer in your hand.
Yeah, it's seen a lot of weird, interesting new things that came about. Like
we lived through the switch from vinyl to cassette.
Yep.
Because like 8 tracks didn't take
went
off.
from VHS to DVDs to Blu-rays.
Laser discs.
Oh, forgot Laserdisc was there too.
It's and chances are we will also probably be in the generation that sees
Zennials is the Xennials are those were born sometime between 1977 and 1983.
Okay.
So I'm 82.
Yeah. So you're in there.
Yeah. Millennials is actually like 81, but that extra 5-year thing, it kind of.
But it makes sense.
It kind of what bridges the gap.
Yeah.
It's like you're kind of like a mix of both.
Right, because like at that 1984, 85-ish,
There was a lot of changes.
there were a lot of changes, and like you were more likely to grow up somewhere where you had access to like an Apple IIe.
My first computer is an Apple 2GSI. 2GSI was one of the like the CVT or whatever.
Yeah.
And like the square shape that fit the seat, the monitor.
Yeah. Ours was it was a 286, I think. It was a PC. We didn't have. See, I started out not being as an Apple guy. Although I used like Apple IIes in school.
Mm-hmm.
everyone that I knew had one, and we had a PC. We were using Windows. Windows.
I started at Apple, and then when I bought my first computer was a what was it?
I built my first computer.
It was an Acer. Acer. God, it was the best worst computer.
My first computer I built in 1998. It was a 486.
Wow.
But then that computer ended up upgrading from a 486 to a Pentium, from a Pentium 2. I didn't get a Pentium 3. I went right from the Pentium 2 to the Pentium 4. Then from the Pentium 4, I got the Core 2 Duo. But that was in a laptop. And actually that laptop, that Pentium 4 was the last tower that I had before the one that I built.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I've always had towers until 2009. Yeah, 2009, I think it was, and then it was laptops after that, and then now we got.
Yeah, I got my laptop, the Dell 1710. It was an XPS 1710, so it was right after they had bought Alienware and started making gaming laptops under their own brand.
Yeah.
I got that in 2007. I still have my desktop and continue using my desktop and the laptop, much like I do now. Until I went back to school. In college, I used my desktop to edit stuff because it was a little bit more powerful than the laptop was. But after that, when that desktop stopped being able to be used, and I had gotten a new what did I replace? I replaced the Dell with I got the Sony Vaio.
Oh yeah, that was my second computer. Desktop was Sony Vaio.
That was in 2012.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I had the laptop from like 2007. The same laptop from like 2007 through.
Those computers used to be really good.
Mm-hmm.
They don't no longer make computers, but they were really good when they first came out. They were considered like a high end, and obviously they stopped producing.
I mean, that was the whole dude, you're getting a Dell, era.
Yeah, but like when they stopped producing them, I understand why, because as it got closer and closer to them not producing them, obviously the sales were dropping. I was hearing a lot of bad stuff about the Sony computers when before they were amazing. Mm-hmm. Then there was just a drop off after. I mean, is it they couldn't compete with like Apple or something like that, or?
I don't know. I think they started wanting to make like budget. They didn't know where they were between budget and like premium laptops.
Yeah.
Because
they were a little more expensive than budget, and they weren't as expensive as premiums.
Yeah, the budgets weren't quite there, and the premiums also weren't quite there. The one that I got was the Z series. So it had a discrete graphics processor in it. So it had the dual graphics, a touch screen, because that was when touch screens were a big thing. Mm-hmm. And I think like a 100 gig hard drive.
That's so weird to think how small these hard drives are now.
Right?
My first computer got me free internet for as long as I used it. That is what it used to be. You have to pay for like the dial-up and stuff.
Yeah.
And the reason why is I found out on accident. It came with like a free. I don't even know what internet company it was. It was just some random internet company that came on the computer, or ISP. But it came with a free like I think it was like 2 week or maybe a month of internet. And I accidentally realized that the promo, if I reset the computer,
it would reset. It would reset that.
And it wasn't.
So you just kept resetting the computer.
Yeah, once a month. Not like I had really high like storage size like files on there.
Right.
And I was able to put everything on like floppies. I think it was those zip disks, those zip drives.
Yep.
I used to have some of those too. But like, it didn't hurt me to reset my computer every month. Dial-up internet, just plug in my landline, and there you go. But like, there's ways to they stopped letting that stuff happen now. I mean, it's too easy to,
Well, I mean, there's no dial-up anymore.
I know, but like,
you can get dial-up.
Like trials.
Yeah.
Like, and stuff like that. Like, they could control it now. Before it was.
I mean, with web apps, not so much because, like, you can subscribe to things repeatedly with different email addresses.
Oh, yeah. Some things. Yeah. Some things. Like Spotify, you can't do that, though. There's other music things where I was able to do that, but Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify, you can make a new account on a new email address.
Yeah, but what card are you going to put on file? If you put the same file that card does on a different account, it won't let you do. It'll tell you that you've already used.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I've tried before.
That's interesting.
I've had 3.
Because I've canceled because this is one of the things that really annoys me about like these perk systems. Like, when you were paying for some sort of subscription service and you get perks every month.
Yeah.
With Discord, actually this happens with both Discord and Spotify, is through various services that I have, like Xbox Live or the PlayStation Live or whatever. They offer every few months, as part of your perks, you get a 6-month free thing, or 3 months free, but you can only use it if you're a new customer. So why are they giving this out as one of your perks if you can't use it because you already have an account?
I never understood that.
Because with all the different things that I have, I would never have to pay for Spotify.
Yeah. HBO Max, or not HBO Max, but HBO Now.
And Discord. Discord's another one. Like I constantly get a free 3-month promo through something. Mm-hmm. But I can't use it because I already have Discord Nitro.
Yeah. That's so stupid. HBO, when it started doing the first subscription service, was it Now or Go or something like that?
Yeah.
That was one of the things where you can get a free month.
I think it was two different services that they had. I don't know why they broke it up this way, but if you had HBO, it was HBO Go.
Yeah.
And that was the app.
Yeah.
But if you didn't have HBO for on your cable subscription, you subscribe to HBO Go.
Oh, okay.
Or Now, or yeah, the other one.
Go was if you have the service already. Now is the subscription separately.
Yeah, which never made any sense to me. I was like, why don't you just make it the same app?
And then, what was it for a while? What was it within Amazon? You can't watch the HBO Max originals through Amazon itself. Yeah. You can only watch it through the dedicated HBO Max app.
Yeah. It's the same thing with Hulu, because you can add HBO to Hulu too.
But you can watch all the regular HBO stuff
and YouTube TV.
Even though the app that you download through Amazon, it says HBO Max.
Yeah.
Like, just the originals. Anything on HBO Max you can watch, just not the originals. Yeah. That's so weird. I don't understand the reason behind that. If they're subbed, they're subbed, and if they have.
Right, yeah. Well, that's one of the things, like the TiVo that I got was trying to fix, and your Amazon, not your Amazon one, the Google TV one had the Google TV app where it tries to put all the streaming services together, but it doesn't do it very well.
Yeah. The Google TV, it does it okay. But that's only you have actual Google TV running.
Right, well, and that's the same thing with the TiVo, with the TiVo Stream. If you have the TiVo Stream thing running, then it tries to put all that stuff together for you. I think maybe my problem too might be that I never really gave it a chance. Like I set it up and I was like, oh, I don't like how this is, without letting it get used to my streaming habits.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like none of those have ever integrated everything that you're able to watch well into one thing. Because like with Amazon, it's also kind of annoying because some things are included with Prime,
Uh-huh.
and some things aren't. And you won't know whether it is or it isn't until you get there.
God, that's so weird.
Yeah.
Oh,
So Rick and Morty, eh?
yeah. We went on a wild tangent like how Rick and Morty do.
I mean, that's
That's
the
probably how
point.
they
The
write
point. The point of this
episodes,
show.
too. That's probably how they write the episodes too.
That's why I kind of wish Nate. I wish Nate was able to be on this with us a little bit more often, because I can only imagine the random places that he would go. Because the last time that he was on the show with us was that time that it just all went to shit and we sounded like robots.
God, that was that was horrible. And it had how many views?
A few hundred.
Which one had the 6?
Oh wait, no. That was that one.
It was that
That
one.
was that
huh?
one. That had like 62 or 6,300 views.
God, I don't know where that came from, but okay, whatever.
I mean, and that last week's would have done pretty good numbers, I think, too, if one of them hadn't been taken down because somehow the audio from the show got onto the stream.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, Rick and Morty can go all over the place just like usual, and just how these conversations go. When I don't even know.
Yeah, this one was interesting because I'm. It's been a while since I've watched American Graffiti. Let me grab the synopsis of that.
I don't know anywhere where this actually relates to American Graffiti.
Well, let's find out. AMERIC, American GRAFI Graffiti.
Yeah, shit's so blurry. I can't even see that from all the way over here.
All right, so it's a coming-of-age comedy film directed by George Lucas, produced by Francis Ford Coppola, blah, 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 blah. Set in Modesto, California in 1962, the film is a study of the cruising and early rock and roll cultures popular during Lucas's age group at the time. Through a series of vignettes, the film tells the story of a group of teenagers and their adventures over the course of a night. So that kind of works, because we had
The different adventures.
only the different adventures with the two different groups
in totally different styles and manner.
Let's see. That's background information.
It's hard to think this was, George Lucas. He directed this. He directed THX 1138.
Yeah, Kurt was the main character.
Okay.
Kurt Henderson. So that's the dude. The new guy's name was Bert.
Okay. All right.
So yeah. So I was right.
Yeah.
He was the American Graffiti guy.
Okay. This THX 1138, what was the first Star Wars? It was directed by George Lucas.
Yeah.
His directing skill went out the window after those movies.
Well, I mean, THX 1138 was a
That
was a college. That was a
college
college,
film, right?
yeah, it's college thesis type of thing. But I mean, even look at American Graffiti. American Graffiti was a completely different style of he went hard left. This is Wes Craven. The stuff that Wes Craven does.
Yeah.
He also directed a movie called Music of the Heart with Meryl Streep and someone else.
Oh yeah.
For me, that's if he had continued to make those kind of movies, that's that hard left turn.
But there's also Red Tails. About the
Yeah.
Taxi Airman. That I didn't know he did that. I was like, what?
Well, it's because for so long, so Lucas did. Let me look. Let me pull up Lucas's.
Wait, did he? He directed Red Tails, right?
Directed what?
Red Tails.
Yeah. Click. Okay.
Anthony Hemingway and George Lucas. They both directed. Interesting.
Okay, so THX 1138, American Graffiti, Star Wars. 77 to 93, he didn't direct anything. He was just producing. In 93, he returned directing Star Wars and Indiana Jones. He didn't direct Indiana Jones. That was Spielberg. But it was Star Wars that he was working on between 93 and 2012.
So yeah, it was his he didn't do Redbirds at all.
Yeah.
He just,
so like he really didn't, like, as far as directing.
it's like 3 movies or the
Yeah.
the 6 movies.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna turn this way a little bit. In the 80s, that's right. He produced Labyrinth.
Yeah.
He produced Howard the Duck.
Yeah. Great movie.
Land Before Time.
Mm-hmm.
He produced Willow. Tucker, the Man in His Dream. More American Graffiti. The 2 Ewoks movies. So yeah, there was a lot that he did in the time when he wasn't as a producer role, and I think that is probably where he did better, because he's really good at like broad overview stuff.
Yeah,
but getting into the grittier details of writing and directing.
Dialogue. I don't know, but the stories he's fine with. It's mostly the dialogue and the direction of the dialogue.
Yeah.
See, a good director could actually take a bad script and actually get a decent performance out of his actors.
I mean, there are plenty of movies where good acting will make up for a bad script. But bad acting is going to ruin a good script.
I would say 99.99999% of the time. There's always that.
What was it? It's bad acting can ruin a good script, but good acting can fix a bad script. Sort of.
But what I was going to say about bad acting, bad script, never can go good. On the contrary, again, 99.9 infinity of the time, bad acting, bad script, bad movie.
Yeah.
There's gonna be that one.
Every once in a while you get The Room.
No, not even that. Not like that's. But no
people love that movie though.
Not for the reasons that they would want it to be.
Well, no. That's the thing. It's a bad movie that people just got drawn into.
Yes,
and that like Robot Jocks.
But what I'm talking about is a bad movie that was bad when it came out, but people later see it and they're like, "Oh, this is actually a good movie." Not
Robot Jocks.
No, Robot Jocks is not a good movie.
Robot Jocks is a great movie.
It's on Amazon. If you have Amazon, you can go after Robot Jocks now. No, it's not that good. I'm coming up there and I'm gonna kick your butt. No, that's not.
Robot Jocks is amazing. The only thing that would make Robot Jocks better is if it was in the Howard the Duck universe.
Robot Jocks is not good. But it's... No one now is even going to be, I love this movie, but it's great.
What's the other one? Amazon Women on the Moon. This movie is amazing.
I'll watch that one.
You've never seen that?
No, you brought this up a while
We'll
ago.
have to... if that's on Amazon, we should do a Twitch watch along.
But I'm talking about those bad movies that turned out to actually be really good. It's just they were like ahead of their time. You know, like you're just like, oh, wait a minute, holy shit, that makes sense now. People get it.
Yeah,
you know,
Robot Jocks.
No, not Robot Jocks. Oh my god, no.
Yeah.
Who is that? That was Gary Graham that was played the lead role.
Mm-hmm.
God, man.
Suvok on Star Trek Enterprise, and what's his name? Matt something in the Alienation TV show.
George. Or no, that's
George is the Mandy Patinkin character.
Yeah.
Matthew Sykes.
Sykes, that's right.
Sykes.
That's right. Sykes.
Man,
God, that's such a good show.
is it any wonder that I have trouble with math when my head is just filled with random information like the name of the two characters from Alien Nation?
Well, that was
Did I tell you that I told my boss, like the guy who owns the company that I work for,
Yes.
that
about him being in a kid in one
that,
of the episodes.
that I saw his name. He wasn't embarrassed, but he was like, "Oh, you know that I'm in that."
I think the reason why I remember Alien Nation so much is because that was one of those movies that I saw when I was like 5.
Yeah.
And it stuck with me.
Yeah, well, I remember. So I watched it. What was it, like maybe 3 months ago now? Four months ago.
Yeah. It was on HBO Max, I think.
Yeah, it might have been. Actually, it might have been long, like even longer than that. But I was watching it, and you heard it, and you were like, "Hey, what are you watching?" And then you came in here and just sat down and started watching it.
Yep.
Because it's one of those movies.
October 7th, 1988. So I was 5 years old. I was actually 4 days away from being 6.
I was 9.
But Terrence Stamp was in that. That's so funny. He was the one, the mobster, the gangster alien, or Cantonese is what they were called.
Oh yeah.
And they took the guy to the salt water. Man, that movie, it was. When I go back and look at it, it seems like it was cheesy.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was. It had cheesy elements. But it was. It knew how to be something of its. It knew how to be realistic.
It's borderline cyberpunk.
Yeah, I would say so. I would say so because it did well enough to be out there, but we still fell into the okay, this is plausible.
Yeah,
kind of like realm. But movies like Predator was good at that. Terminator was good at that. Now movies like that they're not plausible. They just seem like they just happen.
You know, there's every once in a while because you get something like Sunshine.
Okay.
Or more recently, I didn't hate it like a lot of people did. But Passengers, the Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence movie.
Okay.
Like there were aspects about it that I was like, okay.
Was it supposed to be like a comedy or something, or like
no? It was a love story in space.
I thought it was supposed to be something different, and when they recut it, it turned
no.
into...
So there's a community of people who believe that the movie is better if you flip flop the order.
Okay.
You've seen it. No, have you seen it?
No.
Okay, but you don't care about spoilers because we've talked about this before. And sorry for spoiling a movie that came out like 10 years ago. Actually, it wasn't 10 years ago.
No, it was not.
It was like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence and Chris Pratt are on a colony ship. Think like Lost in Space.
Yeah,
like
they're
Lost in
colonizers.
Yeah.
Couple of them.
So this colony ship is traveling from Earth to wherever this new colony is, but because of the amount of time that it takes to get there, everyone on the ship is in suspended animation.
Mm-hmm. Typical sci-fi.
Right. But something goes wrong with Chris Pratt's tube thing.
Okay.
And he wakes up early. And he's the only one awake on the ship. So, months and months and months go by and he starts getting kind of loopy.
Okay.
And he, in his travels around the ship, he's looking at other people's pods and seeing who they were. Finds Jennifer Lawrence and starts having this fake relationship with her in his head.
Oh, okay.
Sort of. So one day he's like, I'm going to wake her up. I'm gonna wait. No, I shouldn't wake her up. He's like having a conflict whether or not he should, and waking her up ended up winning. But she doesn't know that he didn't tell her that he woke her up.
Oh, on purpose. Okay.
Right. So she goes all the time thinking that her pod had malfunctioned as well.
That's kind of like stalker creepy-ish. Like...
Yeah. But at the same time, it's, if you think about the fact that he was like he was having, mental issues. He was lonely, and it was getting to him. So what he did was absolutely wrong, but it also wasn't entirely his fault.
Well, then that's like saying it's okay for stalkers to be, or stalkers who are lonely to be like that.
Well, no. I'm not saying it's okay for those people to be like that. I'm saying the reason that he did that was understandable.
Okay.
Like with stalkers, when you figure out what the underlying problem is that's causing them to do that, like you understand the reason that they're doing it. It's not necessarily a good reason.
You could understand.
But you understand the motivation.
Yeah.
Like
you
can, if you can empathize with people, you can be like, okay, I can see how he got from where he was to doing this.
Which is, a lot of people don't do that nowadays. A lot of people don't look at something that happened and think about what is causing it and seeing how that you can not rectify, but there's a way to fix the future part of the issue.
Yeah.
Whereas like more people nowadays are just like, oh, fuck you, off with your heads. I mean, they don't stop to think about the reasons for something happening. They just jump to it and just go.
Well, yeah, it's because people interpret things the way they think they should be interpreted, and not necessarily the way the person who said the thing meant it. But it's one of those things where like someone says something and you can take and if you can take something the wrong way, make sure that's what was intended before you take it the wrong way.
Yeah. Like, don't just sit there and,
because I'm not gonna say how someone meant something if I wasn't there, but
yeah,
so sometimes you just have to think for a second and be like, wait, is that what they meant? That's where you go, what? Give them a chance to.
What? What a world we live in.
I don't know. Anyway, we are so completely off topic from the show, but that's again,
are we?
Where these streams go, because that. For anyone curious, this is a student glass gravity bong. You can get them from their website for like $4.99, I think.
That's a deal.
We were smoking Cannabiotics strawberry lemonade. CBX.
It's a steal.
It's a sativa.
It's a steal. It's like that Rick and Morty episode where Jerry thought he won the award, and he's all, and the postman's all like, he's like, hell yeah, or something like that. Every time he sees him, he's like, oh, you the man.
Finger guns.
Yeah, but then at the award ceremony, when he wins the award, the hologram starts all functioning, they all just come out where it's like, you the man, you the man. He's like, I'm gonna go have sex with my wife. You the man.
It's such a bizarre show.
Yeah,
that's so great. But I think that's gonna do it for us. I still got work that I gotta do tonight.
I'm gonna go back to bed,
and I gotta clear the stuff off my bed too. I cleared more stuff out of my storage unit today. So Tuesday, there's no Loki. So that show is on hiatus. Wednesday, I believe Jamie and I will be playing Star Trek Online in place of the Riker maneuver, our normal discussion on Star Trek Enterprise, because Lower Decks is going to be starting soon, so we didn't want to get a few.
Did you hear the rumor that the reason why there's a second season of Loki is because of COVID?
I did not hear that.
That it
changed what they.
Yeah, I guess apparently that's why I felt like it ended abruptly.
Yeah,
there was supposed to be more, and COVID cut them off and prevented them from being able to actually do more.
So was it supposed to be more than 6 episodes?
Yeah, like somewhere about like 9 or 10 episodes. So now instead what they're just gonna do, they're doing
season 2.
Season 2, and maybe most likely expanding so that they could have like at least like 6 episodes.
Yeah.
So yeah, apparently that's why.
I want to see like Defenders of the Earth style stuff with Loki.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Just because randomly the Defenders of the Earth theme got stuck in my head. So now it's just Defenders of the Earth. Defenders!
Does that have Ming the
Yeah.
magician and the
Yeah,
panda, right?
God, that was so racist.
God. Anyways.
Yeah, anyway, yeah, I'll be back Wednesday with Star Trek Online, Thursday with the Bad Batch watch along, and then it all starts over again on Saturday with the Ranger stuff.
All that stuff.
So we will see you again after I switch us off, because I started talking before I got the stuff up that I needed to get up to switch over to end the show. So I'm just going to keep talking while I'm looking for the thing that I need to click on to end the show, and now I'm ending the show. So goodbye.